This tutorial is the game of chess in Grampy's games. It's a standard game of chess, and we give you a bunch of options for how to deal with things. So the other user wants to play chess. We agree, let's hit chess. And now you can see the regular board. Unlike the other games, the colors cannot change here. The colors are black and white because that's the way chess works. As you can see here, you've got your standard board. The other player sees black on the bottom and white at the top. You can resign on your turn at any time if you want to do so. You can turn hints on and off. A hint is when you click on a piece, it shows you the legal moves for that piece. And those are hints. And you can either display them or not. And the other user has to agree on that. And then there's an undo button. The undo button is to undo the last move for the other player. So if a player decides that they really would like to undo the move, they ask the other player, can I undo that move? And if that other player agrees, then they click on the undo button and off they go. Here's where you see your fallen pieces. So if a piece has been taken, it'll show up here. And so you quickly see what's off the board. Generally in a move, you click on a piece and then you click on the legal move you want to make. So we want to move this piece, it moves, and then it maintains dashed lines around it so that you can tell and the other person can tell what the last piece was in case it's a complex board and they missed exactly what it is that moved. As you can see, we can do undo. We just pushed undo at the other user and the piece is undone. You can also drag pieces. So let's say you decide you want to use the knight. You have to hold it until it changes sizes. You can see the legal moves and off you go and make a legal move there. And that's about it for chess. All the rules hopefully are followed. We can show you a couple of things. So let's say you want to see how a castle might work. Let's make this piece move here. We'll move something on the other one just to make room for it. We'll move this guy out of the way. And the other user will make a move. We'll move the knight. And another silly move by black. And now to make a castle, if you haven't moved the king or you haven't violated any of the rules, you click on it and it shows you the legal moves. And if you click here, then you can castle and you can do the same thing on the other side. You can also do the en passant. We'll show you how that works. Let's restart the game and let's move a pawn up here. And we'll move a pawn here. And we'll move this pawn up one more. And now black wants to pass you. And what you can do is click on that and away he goes. So the en passant is your desire, but you can move to the next spot and get rid of that piece. And as you can see, the removed pawn is here. Now let's look at what happens in a check and in a checkmate. We've got a board here that is a nonsensical board, but it allows us to do what we want. So white wants to make a move, and it takes this pawn, and you can see there's a check. And it wants to assert that there's a checkmate. King can't take the knight because the bishop because the knight's right here. And so we assert that it's a checkmate. The other side gets a notification and it says, do you agree or disagree? And if you agree, then the game is over. And you can play again, or you cannot play again. If you play again, then you get a new board and you're no longer white, you've now flipped and you're now black.